Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. Our goal is simple. Practice listening and discover new English words in a fun, easy way. When you listen, try not to translate word by word. Instead, focus on the meaning and rhythm. Over time, your brain will get used to the flow of English. This practice will help you speak more naturally too. Ready to challenge your ears and grow your vocabulary? Let's go. When I turned 18, I felt both happy and nervous. At this age, I could finally get a driving license. That meant more freedom. I imagined myself riding through the busy city, passing buses and watching road signs. My parents told me to look at the city carefully before driving, so I used ride-hailing services or asked my friend to take me. During those trips, I saw how drivers reacted to horns, how they avoided the bright lights at night, and how they followed the traffic flow. Driving here was not only about using a machine, it was also about learning the special rules of the streets. Every morning I booked a motorbike ride just to watch. I looked at how drivers avoided buses and trucks. At intersections, they slowed down and moved carefully. Many used the horn not to fight, but to give a signal. I tried to remember the order of the traffic lights. The sound of the horns sometimes felt like a secret language. My friend told me not to panic in traffic jams. He said not to drive carelessly, but also not to wait too long. One rainy day, I saw a driver stop calmly. He did not go into the deep water. That short moment taught me patience and planning. The first day I held the handlebar of my motorbike, my heart beat very fast. I had learned many things from watching, but practice was not the same. When I pressed the start button, the engine was loud. My arms felt the vibration. I moved slowly on the small street. I looked at the lights, the sudden walkers, and the many vehicles moving in strange ways. At one corner, a big bus turned quickly. My hands shook, but I remembered the advice. Be careful, but also strong. That first ride was not smooth, but it was my first step into real driving. Driving every day showed me that the hard part was not only skills. The streets were always full of vehicles. Near schools and offices, there was heavy traffic. Under the hot sun, I felt tired. The strong lights from cars hurt my eyes. The horns grew louder and louder. Some people drove carelessly, others waited quietly. At one intersection, a truck ignored the lines and pushed other drivers aside. I felt small, but I followed the big group to stay safe. Every trip was another lesson. Each mistake showed me how to survive. One afternoon, the sky turned dark and heavy rain came. The street looked like a river. I had to decide, follow the crowd or wait. I remembered the calm driver from before. Many riders went into the water, shouting and splashing, but I felt the danger. My engine almost stopped. I parked near the sidewalk and asked a man nearby. He told me there was a safe small alley. I followed his advice and got home. That day I learned not to be stubborn. On the road, sometimes you need to be careful and humble to stay safe. Riding at night was different. The city looked strange. The bright lights from cars made me squint. The sounds also changed. There were fewer voices, but every horn felt louder. I tried to stay calm and used my plan. I kept my speed steady and did not pass others too fast. At one empty intersection, I hesitated. There was no crowd to follow, only my own choice. My hands shook, but I continued. After some minutes, the sound of the engine made me feel safe. The city at night was beautiful, but it needed strong focus. Having a motorbike also meant protecting it. Stories of theft were common. One night I parked near a small shop. A man stood outside. He made strange gestures and kept looking at the bikes. I felt nervous. My parents had warned me about thieves. A lock was not enough. We also needed to be careful. I bought things quickly and came back. My bike was still there, but the man was gone. That night I thought about the problem of losing it. From then I parked in guarded places. Safety became part of my daily habit. One weekend, I went on a trip with friends. I checked the fuel and brakes. I also brought a small tool bag, a raincoat, and some cash. Outside the city, problems could be harder. We rode many kilometers. The road was sometimes rough, sometimes smooth. When rain came, I stopped to wear the raincoat. I remembered my old mistakes and laughed. In one village, I asked for directions. The local people gave me clear advice. Their kindness was very different from the harsh city. The trip was long and tiring, but it gave me more independence. After months of practice, I understood the truth. A motorbike gave both joy and trouble. On good days, it brought freedom. I could move fast and save time. But it also needed money, repair, and strong focus. There was always the risk of theft. Sometimes I sat in a traffic jam under the hot sun, my shirt wet with sweat. I asked myself if it was worth it. Then I passed a bus stop full of tired people waiting. At that moment, I smiled. I was no longer a beginner. The road had taught me patience, care, and strength. Every learner faces difficulties, so please do not see them as failures. They are not the end, they are just stepping stones on your path. What really matters is patience, because language grows slowly, like a tree. You water it every day, even with small drops, and in time, you see real progress. So when you feel tired or frustrated, remind yourself that practice during little moments counts too, like repeating a phrase when you are walking to class or waiting for the bus. Small actions make a big difference. You are stronger than you think, and your effort will pay off. Goodbye for now, and let us continue the journey together in the next episode.